Welcome back. This channel is geared toward young men who find today's society confusing. Previously, I discussed how men surrender power through surrendered thinking. Poor custodianship of health will cause a man to lose power. It is important for a man to take responsibility for his health. While access to health care is readily available to most people, it is still incumbent for a man to take responsibility for his health. Doctors and other health professionals often rank patients based on how well these patients take the initiative on taking responsibility for their own health. A man has more power when he takes preventative actions to maintain his health, rather than become reckless and neglectful with his health and then go to the doctor to repair the damage done by such reckless and neglectful behavior. So we must ask, what factors do a man control when it comes to his health? Diet and exercise. Diet and exercise are two very important factors that men can control that directly affect their health. Every adult man has control over these two factors. I will use the term diet in this video to mean a systematic approach to choose and monitor what types of food one eats, not a strict program that is followed for a short period of time. What a man needs to do is rethink how he thinks about his diet and be more cognizant of how it relates to his health. It is actually easy and inexpensive to eat healthily. A small cost in time and little research is worth the effort. Buying food at a grocery store is a lot more inexpensive than buying food at a fast food restaurant. Various fruit, which is rarely sold at such establishment, can be a part of any meal and less costly. Cooking 3 eggs in the morning can cost less than 50 cents and can be a good staple to any dietary regime. All it takes is a little time and effort to change. This change improves both your health and your wallet, which are two important parts of your power. It is important to think about what not to eat as it is what to eat. A lot of food today is heavily processed and unhealthy. One way to do this is to try to eat single food items. An example of what I'm talking about is look at the ingredients of a typical carton of ice cream. If you see a bunch of ingredients that are difficult to pronounce, then the food has a good chance of being processed and not healthy. Compare that to food such as eggs, apples, spinach, beef, tuna, peas, carrots, and almonds. Another goal should be the minimization or possible elimination of added sugars and trans fat. Added sugars is one of the most destructive ingredients one can consume. Many health problems are linked with excess consumption of added sugar. Now, added sugar is different from natural sugar found in foods such as fruit. For example, orange juice is relatively unhealthy due to its added sugar content. Compare that with an actual orange, which has natural sugar and a high fiber content. Whenever possible, consume actual fruits instead of processed juices based on them. Now, I'm a lot older, but I'm still very healthy. I've eliminated soda, pastries, and similar foods from my diet. Always be aware of the food that you put into your body. Young people can get away with some of this stuff because their bodies are more resilient than those of older people. However, even young people today are experiencing health problems due to a poor diet. Use Google to look up the health benefits of various foods. Example: health benefits of eggs. Researching the health benefits of various foods is very easy with Google. Look up the benefits and adjust your diet to suit your needs. It is important to consider the effect of the food you eat on your hormones. Testosterone is an example of an important hormone in this regard. While hormones are thought of as a female issue, it is important to remember that men have hormones as well. If a man needs to lose weight, he needs to consider the effects of his diet on his hormones. This is another subject that can be researched online. Look into it. It is important for each man to exercise and research how to do it effectively. Some forms of exercise are more effective than others depending on what outcome is desired. Just as with food, the internet can be used to research exercise. There are several videos that show how to exercise using resistance, weights, and cardiovascular training. Men's Health is an excellent source of learning how to properly exercise for specific goals. Several of these sites recommend doing wind sprints instead of long-distance running for losing weight. Check them out and research them for yourself. Sometimes it is the little things that can make a difference to reach your health goals. Look for opportunities to easily incorporate exercise in your life. One of the easiest ways to incorporate exercise is walking whenever possible. Use the stairs instead of the elevators if it is feasible. In my case, I bring my lunch to work every day. I walk to my car after lunch to place my little lunch back in the car. This is an activity I do to incorporate a small dose of exercise into my daily life. Eliminate bad habits. Bad habits such as smoking and taking illicit drugs not only have a negative impact on health, they also have a negative impact on the wallet. Bad habits such as smoking and doing illicit drugs can wear away a man's power over time. The addiction factor will make a man a slave to the drugs or to the cigarettes, and when a man is a slave to something, he can be said to lose power. Smoking cigarettes has some social repercussions as well. Many employers will seek to hire non-smokers because of the frequent out-of-building breaks smokers need. Some people will not date smokers. The long-term health issues facing smokers have been well documented. In addition to damaging the lungs, smoking also damages the skin, causing one to look older. Illicit drugs can easily cause addiction and, in many cases, loss of job or freedom. Employers sometimes have a difficult time filling positions due to the fact that a specific job or company requires a drug test in order for a job offer to be tendered. If you are drug-free, this is an advantage that you will have over other job candidates. Although it is impossible to eliminate susceptibility to all diseases, it is possible to decrease the probability of contracting various diseases. It is therefore important for men to take responsibility for their own health. Poor health can lead to a loss in power. The financial cost of poor health will sap men of their power. This is due not only to money being spent on health care, but also time lost from activities such as work. Men need to research how to manage their health through diet, exercise, and the elimination of bad habits. This requires self-discipline and a willingness to acquire the necessary knowledge. Take power in your life by taking care of your health. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for listening.